Hello, and welcome back to what might be the last episode of Rosewater. Mott's isn't convinced.
I'm not convinced. I think it's still gonna keep going. So,
What?
Mantis bets this is gonna wrap. I bet it's gonna somehow keep going.
Well, we're in the same room as Clark.
We're definitely,
He's right
I feel
there.
like I feel like we're in the last act.
Yeah.
We have to be, right?
I mean, we have to be in the last act. What third act twist are they gonna pull now?
It was actually Gentleman Jake Ackerman who was bending Clark the whole time. No, they're not gonna do that. That wouldn't make any sense.
So we are pretending to be reporters sent by the general to report on the death ray.
Yes. Because that's what that is.
That's
the disintegrator ray.
Because this will definitely 100% change people's minds on Aethhericity.
Oh, absolutely.
Dr. Ben Clark, well known for having disintegrated several people, built a gun that disintegrates people.
Yes.
Let's take a poke around.
Who knows what they keep in there?
I'm not gonna open that because, like,
Not in front of
Clark.
Clark.
Appears to be a charging device. There's a small round socket at the top.
Okay.
It's displaying all sorts of numbers and readings I can't begin to comprehend. Flashing lights and other displays. I can't tell if it means something or is just meant to look pretty. So this is Project Rosewater.
Why is it called Project Rosewater?
Looks like some demented
That
puzzle
concerns
box.
me.
The lab assistant's desk. She's written some notes, but I have no idea what they mean.
I think the idea is that, like, it's Rosewater because that's where, like, this, like, military fort is that they can kind of shepherd stuff through to get materials for this.
Like, I get that, but it also deeply concerns me because there is a military outpost next to two large civilian locations.
Yes. I'd like to talk to the assistant, if she could,
Can you go through the danger high voltage area?
I'm not sure if we're gonna be allowed to do that, but she comes back in, so.
Pardon me.
Sorry, can't talk right now. If you've got any questions, ask Dr. Clark.
Okay.
I don't think I'm allowed in there. At least, not while there's someone watching.
Is there less people watching now?
I don't think I'm allowed.
No, I don't think so.
Should we talk to Clark? Should we talk to Nadine?
Talk to Clark.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Okay.
Just how long have you been down in this facility?
8 months. We've made extraordinary progress, as you can see. I admit, I had some misgivings when I first learned what would be required of us, but it turns out the isolation has done wonders for our productivity.
So who built this whole underground complex anyway? I'm guessing it wasn't always a secret Aethhericity lab.
I'm not entirely sure. Apart from the additional equipment I specified, everything was already prepared for us when I arrived in El Presidio. General Laporte isn't exactly forthcoming with information he considers irrelevant.
Why did you agree to work on this project?
Why? I just experienced the worst disaster of my life. My work was first ridiculed and then outlawed, and I was exiled to a barren wasteland. The only prospect I could see was to leave the country and start everything over. But then I received General Laporte's offer. I could continue my work in safety and solitude. Everything I needed would be provided. No investors, no reporters, no loonies, no distractions. I'm certain anyone in my position would have jumped at the opportunity.
Who came up with Project Rosewater?
My understanding is that this work is for the benefit of the Vespuccian army. General Laporte is in charge of the project, Everything goes through him. Other than the facility guards, I've had contact with no one else.
How much longer until Project Rosewater is finished?
We're nearing the end of this phase. If all goes well, we should have a stable, fully functioning prototype by the end of the year.
What exactly is the goal of this project?
Well, once the Aetheric pistol is complete, we'll begin experimenting with larger caliber weapons.
Etheric rifles?
Yes, and whatever else the General sees fit to pursue.
Where does it stop?
You'd have to ask him that question.
If a pistol can disintegrate a full-ass person, why do you need a rifle?
To disintegrate multiple people and or entire cars or buildings. Why not? You know. He's an insane, military general who saw, a bunch of people get disintegrated and went, I could use this.
How did this project get the name Rosewater?
My idea. Sentimental, really. I suppose
Oh,
I
okay.
had gotten attached to my dry and dusty little desert lab. After all, Rosewater was my refuge when I lost everything else. I just made an offhand comment to that effect one day while discussing arrangements with the General. And he said, well, in that case, why don't you bring Rosewater with you? When I found out he made that the official title of the project, it made me smile, I'll admit.
Okay.
Interesting. That's good to know. Okay, so it's not at least not,
Just how did you come to discover the existence of Aethericity?
No, that's a story. When I was a boy, I read about the ancient Greeks and their studies of the heavens. Certain texts made obscure references to observations of energy subsisting in the atmosphere. Something entirely different from electricity. The idea seized my imagination and sparked my passion for the pursuit of aethericity. I developed an instrument that I called the aetherometer in order to probe the atmospheric potential. Imagine my delight when I discovered that aethericity was in fact real. Unfortunately, the aetherometer has been appropriated by so-called spiritualists who believe they can use it to talk with the dead.
Well.
I'd like to know your perspective on the Lamplight City Expo incident.
That was a dark day. Everything I worked for came crashing down in a matter of seconds. Being maligned and ostracized was bad enough, but I can still hear the screams of those 15 poor souls. If anything good can be said to have come from that horrible event, it taught me that nothing in this life is guaranteed.
Okay, but Clark, you're gonna make more people scream.
But he doesn't have to hear them, though.
I guess.
What inspired you to become a scientist?
Trite as it may sound, I wanted to make the world better.
So I made a gun.
My parents were able to pay for my studies in Paris, which is where I earned my doctorate in physics. But even as a boy, I still saw plenty of terrible things going on around me. Others seemed not to see, but I did. Upon my return to Vespuccia, I began teaching and conducting independent research. My only explicit goal was to make some sort of discovery or development that would serve the advancement of mankind. I would like to believe I've achieved that.
I mean,
But God.
I suppose probably from Clark's perspective is that you have the ends would justify the means. This is like a, splitting the atom situation. It's well, there is the potential for clean, infinite power.
Yeah.
However, if the only way to get it is to create a weapon, eventually it will justify its earlier history. I think that's where Clark's coming from.
Alright.
Do you know much about General Laporte?
Not a great deal, no. I only met him when he summoned me to El Presidio. We speak occasionally, but only about professional matters. Just as well, I suppose. His interests don't align particularly well with mine.
So your relationship is purely professional.
It's an acquaintanceship at best.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Clark's just like, I've barely said like 20 words with the man.
Yeah.
Hey, Nadine. I never would have guessed a place like this existed if we hadn't seen it with our own eyes.
It certainly explains all the stories about strange lights and ghosts. Perhaps the island's reputation was the reason they chose it to house this facility.
I mean, I personally got the implication that the island got a reputation because of this facility.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the facility was already here when Clark arrived,
That's a good point.
that would imply there was something else being
Developed.
researched or developed here.
Yeah.
That was really something.
So Laporte's got Clark developing etheric weapons for the military. This throws a wrench in Shaw's plans.
How horrible. Instead of something good to benefit humanity, ethericity
Let's just
is being
talk about
harnessed to
this
produce
for a
suffering and
sec.
death.
Yeah.
Perhaps Dr. Clark will be open to the idea of leaving this project for something less distasteful.
Perhaps. But I can't just ask him with his assistant right there. Maybe I can get her to leave the testing chamber so I can have a moment alone with Clark.
Okay. So, sabotage.
Sabotage.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Harley.
How do you suppose they managed to build a place like this under an island?
Don't know, but whoever did it must be real serious about Dr. Clark's research.
Okay.
Caution, testing in progress.
Take a look at some stuff.
Yeah, let's look around.
What we got down here?
A couple of wires from that food heating device.
Okay, we got wires.
Some kind of little oven for heating food, I think.
Got a
This
microwave.
thing is in dire need of repairs.
An etheric
I
microwave.
can see the testing area. Hey, can we talk?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Have you been down here long?
About 7 months, I think. Without any sunlight, you really lose all sense of time. Sometimes it feels like decades.
Oh boy.
No sunlight? You mean you never go outside?
No, of course not. Is this some kind of test? The terms were made very clear when we signed onto this project. We don't break protocol. I do really miss the sun, though. Sometimes I feel like a mushroom down here.
Aw.
How did you become interested in etheric research?
I was already a researcher when I met Dr. Clark, but my field was chemistry. I had dabbled some with etheric experiments after hearing about Clark's research. When I saw him at the Lamplight City Expo, I knew I wanted to work with him, despite what happened. After the dust settled, I approached him about taking me on as an assistant. I got the feeling he was just surprised to still have any support.
Okay.
Don't you ever get bored here?
Sure, all the time. We've got books, but I've read them all. This is my 3rd time through this one. At least this phase of the project's near completion. Maybe we'll get some time up top before the next one.
Never would have dreamed there was a whole secret facility hidden under this rock in the middle of the bay. Who built it anyway?
The military, I guess. Had to be someone with very deep pockets. Everything was already in place before they moved us in.
Okay, interesting. And we know that they were moving gold bars, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like... I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
No.
I mean, obviously you're not supposed to like it, but...
No. Don't like it, no.
What are your thoughts on Project Rosewater?
Honestly, I try not to think about it too much. We're doing important scientific research. I can't deny that. Just because our focus is on weapons doesn't mean our results can't be used for other applications.
Okay. So at least he recognizes that this is kinda effed up to do.
How do you like working with Dr. Clark?
It has its moments, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't stressful. He gets wound up sometimes, which I understand. but other times he picks strange things to get cross about.
Like what?
Well, his biggest bugbear is food in the testing chamber. I made the mistake of taking my lunch in there once, and he just about had a conniption. Cleanliness is one thing, but this is a whole other level.
Okay, food in the testing chamber.
Yeah.
We gotta get food into the testing chamber.
So Clark dislikes food in the testing chamber, does he?
Dislikes? More like detests.
Know anything about General Laporte?
I saw him once, right at the start of the project. Didn't talk to him. He seemed kind of intense. He's the one running this show, as far as I can tell. Beyond that, the man's a total mystery.
Okay, see you around.
Bye.
Bars of Aurum. Lots of them.
Well,
This must be the door to Dr. Clark's quarters.
okay.
There's a card slot next to the door. Seems to be locked. An etheric generator. It's big and loud. Looks like a more complex version of the console back in Clark's desert lab. Controls, gauges, and dials. Who knows what they're for? These tomatoes are thriving. Must be all the exposure to ethericity.
Food, you say? Food in the testing chamber, you say? Okay. We got a couple different paths we could go.
Yeah.
Should we try going down one of them?
I think so.
Which one?
What's down the upper one?
So this is back where the route we came from, towards the elevator.
Oh, okay. So what's down there?
Dunno.
I say we go down. I suppose there might be something by the elevator. We were stopped there, you know.
Oh, okay. This must be the assistant's quarters.
A set of encyclopedias. The box is full of odds and ends. Some sewing and personal grooming supplies. The only indication of time down here. You could almost think you were in some nice hotel and forget you were in a secret, illegal underground laboratory beneath a ruined fort on a cursed, haunted island. The lab assistants share a room? Not sure if that's progressive or scandalous.
Oh, we're alone, so
Just some
snoop.
clothes and a couple of storage boxes. Just some clothes.
But nothing,
Okay.
nothing to snoop with.
Nothing to snoop, I guess.
Okay. Okay. What we got up here? It's crate.
These crates are all marked Rosewater,
Like the ones we saw on the wagon.
as we suspected. This confirms they were headed for Project Rosewater.
Okay. We got a bunch of things here.
Never seen a lamp glow green before.
It feels almost magical.
Odd device. Looks like it's meant to be spoken into.
I don't think you should, though.
Seems to be the only way out of here. There's no way to open it manually. It's controlled by that lever. There's a metal panel covering part of this contraption. This contraption has a keypad instead of a slot. It must need a code.
Okay.
Interesting.
Just like the one in the courtyard above. It should theoretically call the elevator.
And let me guess, they don't know what the code is. Because they're supposed to be down here, you know?
That would make sense to me. That would make perfect sense to me.
Okay, so we need a code. We're gonna need, like we got food with which we could go stick in, like, we could try to, like, have, like, the you know, assistant get kind of called away because she has food.
Yeah.
I assume we're not gonna be allowed to just snoop in here.
Probably not.
Not while Clark's around.
Yeah. So how are we gonna get, you know... How are we gonna get, tomato?
This is the biggest, juiciest tomato I have ever seen.
You know, with, like, this assistant, you know?
Can you...
Yeah.
Can you place it on the table?
Clark will see me.
Okay.
A couple of wires from that food heating device.
I suppose maybe, like... Maybe we need to get Clark out of the room.
This is the...
You know?
Yeah.
She's busy.
Okay. So we need to cause something to cause Clark to leave the room. Then, he'll come back in, see that she has a tomato on, like, her desk, and tell her to leave.
Okay, but how do we get Clark to leave the room?
Chuck a wire into a generator?
Oh no, you're really gonna do that?
That seems like a surefire way to get vaporized.
Thank you, Harley. Okay,
What about the malfunctioning toaster? Or microwave? Nope, okay.
Okay, I can use it on that. Or on one of our companions.
That won't go in the slot.
Yeah, I can imagine why it wouldn't go in the slot.
Okay.
Hey, ask for a hint. See if they have one.
Do you guys have, like, an idea?
Nothing to say, really.
Never mind.
Okay.
I don't think there was anything in the room. The assistant's room, you know?
There's a card slot next to the door. Seems to be locked.
Now we have a card. I suppose we could try that.
It doesn't fit.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think it would fit. Okay. Maybe try showing it to one of our companions. You know?
Let's do that.
Danny, you know about, like, rope.
You keep that, Harley.
Nadine, you know about string, I guess?
I'm not sure what I'd do with that.
Okay.
What if you give them a tomato? Will they eat the tomato and you have to go pick another tomato?
I'm impressed by the ability to grow these without any sunlight.
You know, one time Jake caught one of those straight in the face. He made me swear never to tell. But it doesn't make any difference now.
Okay.
A couple of
Can you
wires from
combine-
the food heating device.
Can you combine the wires with the tomato? No. Okay, good. Okay, they are separate. Wow, really? Nothing in here.
Okay.
It's just weird, because otherwise it's kind of just a fluff
There's
room.
seems to
You didn't get anything
There's
from
no
it.
handle.
Yeah. And maybe there'll be something involved with it later.
Entirely possible.
I have no idea what the code is. Nothing.
Okay. Well, now that I've touched everything.
You have in fact touched everything. I think we have to go into Clark's office. Okay, anything that you can attach the wire or tomato to.
Can't charge that.
Can you show him the tomato?
Show him the tomato.
Tomato.
Get that out of here. No foodstuffs of any kind in the testing chamber.
Okay.
Would you like a wire?
I don't understand why you're showing this to me.
It's a puzzle, to be sure. What's the device that's right there?
This one?
Not that one.
This one?
That one. It's got like a little push thing on it.
Looks like some demented puzzle box.
But I'm not allowed to put a wire on it.
How do we get people out of this room? Anybody out of this room? Can you throw a tomato at the disintegrating thingy?
I'd better not. Who knows if this thing is unstable?
Fair enough. Hey dude, check out this tomato.
No thanks, I'm sick of tomatoes.
Valid.
I bet.
I'm not sure why you want me to see that.
Honestly, I didn't know you could just show people shit for no reason.
And we can't, like, interact with, like, the consoles. So it's not like we can mess with something.
Looks like a more complex version of the console back in Clark's desert lab.
And the wire won't be
Controls,
attached to either.
gauges,
No.
and dials. Who knows what they're for?
Wire won't attach to any of those.
Well, you can't tie the wire around the tomato to make some sort of pull the tomato up and stuff like that. That's not gonna work. We need to get the tomato in, like, the lab. But how do we get the tomato in?
We know how to get the tomato in the lab, but we need to get Clark out of the lab so we can put the tomato in the lab.
Yes. But how do we get Clark out of the lab?
Maybe we just try talking directly to Clark. Maybe we're overthinking it.
Maybe. Maybe we are overthinking it.
I haven't got any questions for the good doctor right now. I haven't got any...
Nope, apparently not.
Hey, can we talk?
Sure, what's on your mind?
Okay, we can ask him about the elevator.
Is there any way to call the elevator from down here?
Not unless you have the code, and none of us do.
So how
You're
are you
right.
supposed to get back up?
We aren't. Not until the project's finished. But there's always a guard stationed up top. We use the device next to the elevator to call up if we need anything.
Okay.
Okay, see you around.
Bye.
We could call, but, like, wouldn't they know?
Probably.
Looks like it's meant to be spoken into.
I don't think you should, though.
I remain at a loss. What are you gonna do with that there, Mots?
I don't know. Throw a tomato at it?
That won't go in the slot.
Gosh, I hope not. This is gonna have a very simple answer to it. I can feel it in my bones that it has a simple answer to it. I can sense it. I can sense the simplicity now.
A few moments later.
Okay, so, simplicity answer.
Not while Clark's around.
Talk to Nadine.
What do you mean? We did talk to Nadine.
Hey, Nadine.
You have to talk to your companion while in the room. Huh.
It was something simple. I said it was gonna be something simple. We are missing a simple thing.
Think you can occupy Dr. Clark's attention for a few moments?
I can certainly try. Oh, Doctor, could I have a word?
Yes, what is it?
Okay,
For non-suspicious reasons.
get that tomato in there.
There. Now to watch the fireworks.
I just put it right there.
What? Miss Montgomery, what is the meaning of this? How many times have I said, No food in the testing chamber.
But
I don't want excuses. Clear it out. Put away the power cell. Done with testing today.
Yes, Dr. Clark.
Okay. She's taken out the power cell. Just gonna go on the charger.
I'm gonna put it away in here.
Okay.
That's where those go.
Okay.
I apologize for that, Miss Leger, but I'm very particular about rules.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Can we go sneaking in there now?
I don't think I'm allowed in there. At least.
No. Okay. So now we can
Let's
just
try
talk
talking.
to Clark because
Yeah.
he's alone.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Okay.
Dr. Clark, there's something I need to tell you. We're not really from General Laporte's press corps.
What? Who are you then?
Some folks who were hired by D.W. Shaw to come find you.
The head of Vespuccia Petrol.
The very same.
What does she want with me?
She wants you to help her company pivot from oil to ethericity.
How does she intend to circumvent the ban?
She seems to think it'll be lifted soon. Or that she can influence things in that direction.
So she would have me work for VP to generate etheric energy for widespread use?
As an alternative power source, yes. It might even replace coal and oil someday.
Well, that's certainly more appealing than weaponry. But extreme arrangements have been made to develop this project in secret, and at considerable expense, I'm sure. It's not the sort of thing one can just walk away from.
Maybe we can fake your death.
Maybe we can fake it.
Okay, Clark, I'd like to suggest an idea.
Yeah.
Laporte comes down here. We have a disintegrator pistol.
We do have a disintegrator pistol.
What do you think?
I think Shaw can protect you. But Laporte is also a rogue agent as far as we're aware, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm also not sure. Like, can Shaw protect him?
I don't know. Maybe. She's rich.
I suppose she is rich. I'm thinking.
Go
try
do
this.
it. Yeah.
I'm not so sure Laporte is acting in his capacity as a military general with the full backing and authority of the Vespuccian government here. We've seen plenty of things that don't add up. The clandestine nighttime shipments, the hired private agents, the hidden underground base, all the convoluted arrangements here, the fact that all this research is still technically illegal. I think this is all a side gig. Some kind of secret conspiracy running on misappropriated funds. Don't you see? That means he doesn't have power over you. You could expose everything that's going on here. You'd have leverage over him.
I think that means he could send someone to murder me to keep me quiet, and not lose a wink of sleep over it. That's not exactly convincing me to leave.
Okay.
So you're dead set on staying here? You won't consider Shaw's offer?
I admit it's enticing, but is it worth the risk?
Okay,
so
here
can
we
try
go.
A different one.
Mm-hmm.
You want to try Shaw can protect
Yeah,
you?
do that one.
If it's Laporte you're afraid of, I'm sure Shaw can protect you.
Can she? The general is a powerful man. I'm not willing to risk getting on his bad side.
Okay.
Don't you miss the outside?
Don't
world?
you miss the sun?
Nothing else. Don't you want to get back into the world again?
Perhaps, but not badly enough to defy the Vespuccian military.
Wow, we're
What
terrible.
if we fake your death?
Laporte doesn't have to know anything about this. We could fake your death somehow and get you away.
Miss Leger, let's not be ridiculous.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Okay, we have to find another way to, convince him.
Okay. You're not gonna let me open this, are you?
Not while Clark's around.
Okay. Let's slink outside and consult our friends.
Yes.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Nothing to say, really.
Our friends are
Okay.
super insightful.
They're very helpful as always. Oh, that assistant's probably in her room now.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to ask him.
It makes sense that she'd be in that room now. Yeah.
Can we talk?
I suppose so.
What are your thoughts on faking Clark's death?
Yes.
Just how long have you been working down here?
Good question. It's difficult keeping track of time. We're in September, right?
November, actually.
Oh, then it's been longer than I thought. We came down here in March.
Who boy?
That's a lot.
What sparked your interest in etheric research?
I followed Dr. Clark's career from the early days. He was one of the first to begin advancing etheric theory with practical experiments. Not only that, he was getting results. After I graduated from university, I sent him my thesis on the effects of ethericity on plants and animals. I guess that made me one of the few practical researchers out there too. He wrote back immediately with an offer of employment.
How do you keep from getting bored?
The work is pretty all-consuming, and we don't have much of a social scene down here. Dr. Clark is kind enough to lend us his books to pass the quiet hours.
Do you know who built this place?
I suppose this is an old army base, but Clark's had it fitted with some really state-of-the-art equipment. We're lucky to be so well-resourced.
I was blown away by that demonstration. Figuratively speaking, of course.
Huh. We've been working on it non-stop, but there are a lot of kinks to work out before it'll be field-ready. For instance, we still can't get more than one shot out of each power cell. I suppose in an actual battlefield situation, you'd need to carry around a lot of cells and reload for every shot, like cannonballs. But the power cells are still very difficult to construct, so we only have a few prototypes. We have to recharge them constantly.
Interesting.
Okay. How long do they take to charge?
How long does it normally take to charge one of the power cells?
Around 6 hours.
Wow.
Wow is right. Joshua hooked one up to the etheric generator and discovered that it charged instantly. But Dr. Clark wasn't happy about it.
Why not?
He said it made the power cell unstable. But we didn't have to wait all day for the next trial, and Joshua was even able to get 2 shots out of that one. The overcharge effect is certainly something we should investigate later.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Between you and me, doesn't it concern you that ethericity is being weaponized?
Not at all. It's a powerful energy source, and this is one of many practical applications.
Sure, but isn't it better to use it for less destructive purposes?
We live in a dangerous world, and these are uncertain times. Other nations probably have their own etheric weaponry development programs underway. If we didn't pursue this research, we'd be falling behind. A new weapon is most useful as a deterrent. Having it in your back pocket means everyone else thinks twice before firing on you. I know Dr. Clark's had some moral reservations about the military applications of ethericity, but he's a professional through and through.
Okay, here's a thing though.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a cool shiny new weapon that instantaneously disintegrates people, and your opponent has a shiny new weapon that instantaneously disintegrates people, you know, you do have a 50-50 shot of this being a deterrent or a really exciting possibility for the next war. You know? Really depends whether this is going to be a Cold War situation or a World War I situation. You know? Maybe don't invent weapons that disintegrate people. You know?
Mutually assured destruction.
Yeah.
So, what's working with Dr. Clark like?
He's a brilliant man. I learn something new from him every day.
He seems short-tempered.
Well, yes, but that's just the genius mind, isn't it? No room left over for navigating social niceties.
Can you tell me anything about General Laporte?
Not really. I know he's the one overseeing this project, but I've never had the opportunity to speak with him.
Exactly how do you go about calling the elevator?
We don't. None of us have the code.
So you're trapped down here? What if there's an emergency?
That's what the communication relay is for. We contact the guard upstairs, and he can take care of whatever we need.
Okay.
I appreciate the chat.
It's nice to have someone new to talk to.
Okay, so...
At least she's not too sour about the whole tomato thing. Then
Yeah.
again, she doesn't know we put it there, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. So if we get a power cell, we can charge it on the generator,
Yeah.
and that will make it unstable, but it can fire 2 shots.
Yeah. What do we need to fire 2 shots
I have
for?
no idea. But we have made some progress.
We have made some progress, for sure.
In some direction.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Wouldn't you rather be helping people?
You'd prefer your research be used to find new ways to kill people?
No, but
Look, I understand. You suffered a terrible setback after the expo. I'm sure it must have been hard. You probably felt like nobody would ever take you seriously again.
You have no idea.
I do know that if I were in your shoes, I'd have probably grabbed onto any lifeline. But I can tell your heart's not really in it, especially knowing what it is you're building.
Yes, well...
So you're gonna squander this opportunity to do some real good in the world because you're afraid of a stuffy old general?
You're right, Miss Leger. This isn't about me. This is about humanity. I'll come with you.
Okay, good.
Okay, we've convinced Clark.
Oh, goodness. How shall we... We need to do this discreetly. My assistants can't know what's going on. I'm going to my quarters to settle some things. Excuse me.
You certainly have a way with words, Harley.
That's why I try and get paid for them.
Okay, should we keep going or stop here? Because there's a lot of trying to figure out what to do, but I also don't know, like, how much more there's going to be. I kind of figured there'd be we'd have moved a bit faster. Got really stuck on that tomato.
We were stuck on that tomato. The tomato puzzle, man. The tomato riddle. I think we should stop here, though.
Okay.
Maybe clicking Clark's death?
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed.
I really hope that the idea isn't disintegrate Clark's assistants.
I hope not.
We're not doing that.
I'd assume that we're going to be doing something to make it look like Clark got disintegrated.
That would make sense.
In reality, he's like hiding in a box or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure that out next time.
Yeah, we'll figure it out next time. And all of the ramifications that come with it.
Yes. See you then.
Bye!